with the fourth game in our NPL triad pools. Today we are facing Evan, good pal Evan. Right now we are 1-2, so we have to go 2-0 in the next two games to break. But it all starts here, right? Our game versus Evan here is going to determine a lot. For honestly, I played these games versus Evan and Holly back to back on the final day. So that's how these games ended up going. If I win these two games, I advance. If I don't, then Mega Oshawott advances. So let's hope I'm able to pull through. Um, and yeah, that's how it's really gonna go. So Evan inherited a team that's not that great, to be honest. Mike's team, I've pretty, I have a decent matchup here. I mean, like I've Landorus, which puts in a lot of work here. Charizard, if it's able to set up, can put in a lot of work. Nihilego's not as solid here, but I have things like Slowking, which are really nice. Metagross is extremely solid here. And yeah, that was my real thought process in going this game. I saw I had matchup. Things I was scared of in this game, I was scared of Gliscor because it was preventing my Charizard from sweeping. His team's especially exceptionally slow, so I didn't really need to run Dragon Dance this game, which was really nice. But Gliscor was the one thing I was scared there. Um, yeah, but I was kind of scared of Snorlax being able to set up, and I guess the other thing was like weakness policy and a cross move. But other than that, I wasn't too scared of the match. So we can go into my team builder quickly. The first thing I decided to do was I brought in Landorus. I thought Stealth Rocks was really important in this game. As you can see, I have a Mon, which I've basically made my win con here, and for that win con to win, I need Stealth Rocks up. So I decided that was really important in this game. Other than that, I ran Hidden Power Ice, Earth Power, and Psychic. It allows me to just hit his whole team. The Psychic is for the Venusaur. Excuse me, I want to make sure I can check that. Hidden Power Ice was just so I can beat Gliscor. I want to make sure Gliscor is down so Charizard can win. And then Earth Power hits everything else fairly hard. It's mostly there for like Snorlax and Nihilego, and the fact that he's like two electric types. The only thing is this set gets completely walled by Gudra. Um, I don't know. I mean, if there's Gutra, I'm probably gonna switch it out. But yeah, it's the main problem with the set. And also, I can try to get a big hit on something like Tapu Fini before. This is the first time I brought a Landorus set without setup, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. Next, I brought my Charizard set. As you can see, for the first time, I did not run Dragon Dance. I actually ran Sword Dance, and that's because I'm outspeeding everything on his team except Nihilego, and Nihilego is the only thing I'm not going to stay in on. So I ran Flare Blitz, Dragon Claw, and Thunder Punch, which allows me to have everything together. Thunder Punch is really only for Tapu Fini, and then with Flare Blitz plus Dragon Claw, I'm destroying everything on his team because everything gets like one hit KO by Flare Blitz except Gudra and Tapu Fini, who I'm running those two things for. So Charizard is going to be super solid in this game. But that's actually not my main win con. I'll go into my main win con in a second. But I decided to bring Choice Band Weavile again. As said, his team's really slow, so I can literally afford to run Choice Band again since I don't even need to run a plus speed nature to outspeed everything. Weavile just hits his team really hard. I brought it mostly for things like Gudra and Necrozma. I want to make sure those things don't have an opportunity to easily set up on me, or like Gudra be able to put large hits on me. I ran Poison Jab over Low Kick just because I thought of Tapu Fini as more of a threat uh, than Snorlax. So next, I also thought there was a good chance he ran Gluttony, in which Icicle Crash will be able to beat him. But my win con in this game is actually Metagross. So there's a lot of super effective hits he can have on me, which will activate a weakness policy. And if I get a Rock Polish up, I'm outspeeding everything on his team, and Meteor Mash plus Earthquake plus Zed Headbutt just absolutely destroys him. Like, he really doesn't have any switch into that. And I put enough attack so that I'm able to one-hit KO a lot of his things, and then I just put the rest in HP and special defense to make sure I can live hits, and I put enough speed so I can outspeed everything at +2. And I'm really think this set can put in a lot of work, and I love Metagross a lot, and I really want it to shine in this game. And I'm really thinking this set will be able to possibly even win me the game here. And the Rock Polish set is probably going to come in handy. Next, Slowking is a really good wall here. I brought Slowking mainly for things like Nihilego and Gudra and stuff that allows me to get pits for them. I brought an Assault Vest set with 4 attacks, and that Assault Vest allows me to chew hits. I still have Regenerate to recover abilities, and then with the combination of Ice Beam, Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Scald, I hit basically everything on his team for super effective damage. And then the final mod, which is really clutch here, is Nacho Cheese, my Rotom. And this mod is really clutch. I brought Last minute, I decided to bring light clay instead of paint split on here, which allows me to run light screen. And this is really important because light screen allows my Metagross or my Charizard to better set up in this game, which is going to be really important. I brought Volt Switch so I can easily switch out, and then Air Slash allows me to beat his Venusaur. But the main thing here is Will-O-Wisp. The things that scare me is, first of all, the only thing about Nihilego that stops my Metagross from setting up is Foul Play. If I can burn that Nihilego, then Foul Play is going to be doing considerably less to me, and there's no way that my Metagross is just a super hard check to that. And then Will-O-Wisp also allows me to get the burn on Gliscor before Toxic Heal happens, which would really help. A burn on Snorlax would really help, and a burn on Venusaur or other mons like that would also really help. So Rotom's going to be really clutch in this game. So from there, we can go straight into the game. And I wasn't very shocked at team matchup. I mean, this was most of what I was expecting. The only thing that really surprised me was no bring for Gliscor, but I can kind of understand that because Weavile and Slowking was very likely to come to this matchup. So when I'm looking at his team, I don't see that he has many switch-ins for Slowking. Like, I can scald almost everything on this team, and if not, I can, like, Psychic, Venusaur, Shadow Ball, Necrozma, and Ice Beam, Goodra. So I'm feeling really good about just leading Slowking here. So that's what we're going to end up doing. I'm going to lead Slowking as he leads. Let's see what he leads. Oh, wait. I can explain the Slowking nickname real quick. It's just different names from different friends of mine around the internet. The H is for a guy, my friend named Hyper Mafia. The 1 is for my friend called Tracer, who uses a 3 in his name. The Pliant is a synonym for Squishy, which is for my friend Squishy Bikini, who helped me build all these teams. Luna is for my friend Emperor Nova, because like Luna's like solar system. And the Heart is for my good friend Saida. So that's what we're going to do here. Thankfully, he leads Nihilego, and I literally just have a super free Scald at this point. If I was able to burn him here, that would be great. I unfortunately don't, but that's okay. I'm just going to try fire off another Scald trying to burn him, because that's going to be really helpful here. I unfortunately don't, and he gets a high roll crunch with the defense drop, which is unfortunate here. I'm going to switch out to try and preserve my HP and go right into Rotom, as I know Rotom can eat up hits from this thing. He goes for Body Slam, and at this point, I'm just going to fire off a Will-O-Wisp, and he goes into Venusaur, which is really nice because now Venusaur is burned, which is going to be getting good residual on it. I'm going to actually stay in and take advantage of what's happening to set up my light screen, and he goes for Earthquake, which is huge. I guess he was trying to catch my Metagross, but that's really, really good for me. And at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and fire another Willow, because I'm fairly certain that he's going to be switching out here. So, actually, I'm going to pause this game and thank Evan for a second. Evan restarted this game for me, which was really, really nice. Yeah, it was really huge for me. Like, when we played the game the first time, I think he crit the crunch, and then I missed all my Willows. And being the nice guy he is, knowing the stakes here, he agreed to restart my game, which was extremely nice by him. And we replayed the game up to this point, and because of that, I was able to get a burn not only on the Venusaur. In the original game, the reason I clicked Willow twice was because I just wanted to Willow that Venusaur, but I guess in this game, I was able to get a burn on the Snorlax and the Venusaur. So shout out to him. Thank you so much for allowing to restart this game with all that hacks. And I think from turn 6 is where we started replaying again. At this point, I just went, oh, wait, no. So there is this turn where I tried to Willow the Snorlax again. That didn't work. So now we start from wherever we are. So I go into Metagross here because now there's no way he can really beat me because Foul Play is not doing them much. He sets up rocks, which I'm okay with. They don't hurt me too much other than my Charizard. At this point, I'm going to take advantage of just clicking Meteor Mash because it hits everything on his team really hard. And it does hit Snorlax really hard too. So at this point, I click Meteor Mash again. And he clicks Recycle. And this starts an inevitable, fuck, I can't say it properly, but a turn of events that happens over and over again. He continues to just recycle, and this is going to be something that happens for a while. I want to wait until I know he is Crunch, so basically my main process here is I'm trying to bait him into clicking Crunch finally, so that once I have the Crunch up, I'm going to be beating him with Meteor Mash. So we're going to go through a few turns of just mindless recycling here for a bit. And it is unfortunate, but at the same time, it's a plays he has to make. And honestly, it's fine because eventually I'm going to crit him, and eventually he has to attack me. to try and beat me. So he recycles here again. He gets his IOP berry. This is the point where if I crit him, I would kill him, but I actually miss, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. But he crunches here, which is huge because now I get that boost. It would be really great if I hadn't missed there, because then at this turn he would have just died. But it's okay. Now he has the chance to go into Venusaur. I'm going to take this opportunity to Rock Polish up, and now literally his whole team just drops to this Metagross. So I'm going to click Zen Headbutt here, and down goes that Venusaur. And oh my god, Metagross is a god. He's coming in. Now he sends in Tapu Fini. I don't care. I'm just clicking Meteor Mash on this thing. I'm going to get huge damage off on this thing. So I click Meteor Mash. He lives it. And unfortunately, he hazes here, which it's really sad, but at the same time I got huge damage off on the Snorlax. I killed the Venusaur and I got huge damage off on the Tapu Fini, and I'm willing, like, that's something great. Like, I'm gonna look at the bright side of this, and I still hard check Nihilego. So at this point I'm just gonna click Meteor Mash again. I'm gonna click Earthquake just to guarantee the kill on the Tapu Fini. But the thing is, Meteor Mash has, I think, like a 20% chance to raise my attack. So if I can just get one attack raise from any one of these 16 Meteor Mashes at any point, I'm golden. So here we start the whole recycle shenanigans again. And at this point, I'm just fighting for the attack raise from Meteor Mash. And if I can do that, I'm in an absolutely stellar position. And also, I have more Zen Headbutts and Meteor Mashes in total than his recycles. So I am going to be beating him in this exchange. Unfortunately, I miss a Meteor Mash again, and he Whirlwinds at this point, revealing his final move, meaning he doesn't have Curse, which is really nice. Now, at this point in the game, he's revealed he has Gluttony from where he, from how his turns have gone. So I'm just going to go for Knockoff here. The main idea there was I didn't think he was going to stay in. I just didn't see it happening because I thought he would try to pivotize on something, so I thought Knockoff was just the best play there against all the mons on his team. He sends in Necrozma here, and now I just get a free Knockoff again, which is really great for me. He goes for a Totemize, and I'm not going to risk my Weavile. I need to switch this out because I need to keep the Ice Shard priority for later, so I'm going to switch in Slowking, and he goes for Heat Wave, which does nothing. I knew he was a Zmon here, so I was thinking of scouting, but even if he kills my Slowking, I'm still in a great position, so I'm just going to turn this back on, and he's able to actually kill my Slowking here with a Black Hole Eclipse, which isn't too bad. They still have many ways to win this game. Shadow Ball also would have killed him if he didn't have the Z move. But now I can just go Weavile, and there's no reason not to click Ice Shard. I was thinking about Icicle Crash to try and hit the Snorlax, but I didn't want to risk it. I'm just going to go for a free Ice Shard here, which actually in itself does a lot to him. And now at this point, Icicle Crash wins the game because Weavile is faster than everything and kills everything at this point. So that's really my play here. I go Charizard at this point because if I'm able to set up, I'm in a really good situation. He gets the Iopavary recovery again, but I'm going to take this chance to actually fire off the Flare Blitz because, again, I know he's not thick fat. And the Flare Blitz, he switches into Goodra, predicting that. But I end up doing a lot to the Goodra, so that's really okay. At this point, I had a real decision, and I decided to switch out because I knew that Goodra would be faster than me. He goes for the Dragon Tail here, switching out my Metagross, which is a little unfortunate because I'm getting a lot of rocks damage. And he switches me out into Rotom. And at this point, I'm just going to set up another Light Screen. I really don't see the reason not to. He Dragon Tails me again, so so I can't bring back in Rotom again, but at least I have the Light Screen up now. And now, thankfully, I have so much attack investment that my Dragon Claw, even through Hanabon Berry, is able to kill him, which is amazing because I'm adamant. And now the Gooey brings my speed down, so I know I'm going to die. I stay in here because I was thinking of switching into Metagross, but the idea is if he goes for foul play on my Metagross, then 2 foul plays had a chance to kill me, so I did not want to risk that. I let him get the special attack raise, and now I go into Metagross. So now I just have a free, I can just click really any move against him at this point. I think I opted for Earthquake. Yeah, I go for Earthquake here. And we start the battle again between Snorlax and Metagross. Hopefully I get an attack raise. I don't get it that turn. There's a good chance I'll eventually get one. I'm gonna actually end up clicking Zen Headbutt this turn, and it's huge. I got a critical hit flinch. I mean, I was anyway winning this exchange no matter what because of the PP I had, but this really helped speed up the process. At this point, I just click Meteor Mash. I beat the Snorlax. I have Light Screen active, thank God to Rotom, so neither of them can hit me that hard. He goes Necrozma, he clicks the Heat Wave, but I eat that up because of the Light Screen. I just click Meteor Mash again, and Nihilego now comes in. There's not much Nihilego can do to me other than Foul Play. The Light Screen is gone now, but that doesn't matter too much to me. He's going to click Foul Play. I eat it up, and I'm going to Earthquake, and we're going to win this game 4-0, which is great. It really allowed me to rebound the confidence I had, where I had a lot of confidence after being Mega Oshawott, and then I felt it was kind of brought down after the last two games. So now we're in a really good situation, guys. We're 2-2, right? This next game determines everything. My game versus Holly, it's do or die. If I win, I make it into brackets, and if I lose, I'm out. Okay, so everything really comes down to this next game. I'm hoping even if I don't make brackets, I can still make the NPL. I really care about what I'm doing here. But I'm going to give it my hardest in the Hollow game. I played the Hollow game like directly after playing this game. So yeah, I'm going to put everything into it. GG to my man Evan. This was a fun game for me at least, and I hope it was for you too. And I'll be back again with my game versus Halu, and I'll have my wrap up of what's happening. I'll let you know if I'm heading to brackets. I'll let you know what's going on. So see you guys. Thanks.